All right, all right, all right. Let's get it, gang, man. So if you making it this hard, man, I'm about to just get y'all. I'm about to just, you know what I'm saying, take the time out to applaud you, right? Because that means you're just trying to further and step up your, you're trying to step up your trading, dude. You're trying to shorten that learning curve. You're trying to find valuable information. Then you taking this valuable information and you're going to apply it to your everyday trading, and then it's making you a better trader as we know it, as we speak right now, guys. So you guys are anxious to see the next video, and I'm loving it, right? So the next thing we have right now is to how to identify your trend lines, right? So I've been talking about this one or two hits right on the candle, then boom, we can start drawing up a trend line, guys. So absolutely correct, right? That's what we can do now. So now we're about to try to help you identify that, right? So I'm about to try to make it easier for you to identify the trend line. So you can be like, hey, Luke, okay, what's the trend line? How do I identify it? How do I know what that look like? That's what I'm about to show you guys. So you already know what to do, man. If that interests you and you about to go forward, then go ahead and like, man, share, subscribe, right? Tell a friend to tell a friend. Yeah, because we vibing, we on, and we lit, man. That's how we trying to show you how to, up the bag, right? And just level up in your trading as a whole. Anyways, man, we're gonna share the screen, we're gonna jump right into it. But I want to refresh you guys because you already know about the key levels, right? You already know about the candles. You already know about downtrend, uptrend, and you already know about range and charts. Now you know about your higher and lows, right? So now we're about to go into how to identify trend lines. And that's just been like, oh, snaps. Like that's putting all the puzzles and all the other stuff that you just didn't realize that you had to do with Forex. Now it's starting to make sense, right? And then once you start trading like that and putting everything together and using it as a whole, then you'll be able to be more profitable, right? And then, like I said, if you want to go into depth and any like finer depth, and you need that personal mentorship, you need like that coaching, that hey, hey Luke, how you do this, or that one-on-one, or you want to trade live to understand how to actually enter a winning trade, then of course, guys, you can, what I'm saying, you can definitely have access to me, man. It's only $99 right now, and yeah, I feel like that's the cheapest thing out here, and it's only for me to give back to you guys, and it's only reason why I'm charging you guys is to take you, so you guys can take it serious, right? I'm gonna take you to the next level. As long as you don't give up on yourself, I won't give up on you at all, guys. So we're gonna dive right into this, man. We're gonna share the screen right now, and then we're gonna pull this up. All right. So now we're gonna pull up the screen, right? So now we back to our charts, right? We already have our zones up. We already have our levels right now in the 15 minute, and we understand where price at. So now we need to try to draw out trends to see what's going on, guys. So me, personally, when I draw out trend lines or trends or whatever, I always try to find, like I said, I always try to find either two or more connections, right? So where price is right now, and I know a lot of people like to always show you what price did in the past. I can show you all those. I feel like the best way to show you guys what I'm saying is to show you guys while it's live. Okay. So I have a hit here, I have a hit here, right? So now I'm able to draw out a trend line, guys. So now I can make this trend line as long as I want. I can, put it out. Maybe I can extend it to here. So what I'm basically seeing here is, okay, when price bought up to here, it got to this level, wick, failed to make any new higher high, confirmed a lower high, right? Where price sold off at, right? And pushed down to this EMA. And then after pushing down to this EMA, because hey, I want to give you another secret, guys. We usually don't trade against the trend. So once we see that this trend is going upwards, we know that we're looking solely for buys, right? And that's just another secret hint, right? And that's just for you guys watching and coming this far, right? So that's what we're looking for, okay? So price came up to here, found resistance, pushed down, which was a correction. So it was just price correcting itself, right? So that means we had a lot of buyers come in, right? And then so many buyers came in that price had to push back down to collect liquidity and to correct itself to be able to make its next move, guys. All right. So price came right back up here, failed to get to this resistance zone or this trend line and push down, right? So we still didn't have a trend yet, right? So then price pushed up and then hit this trend again. And then it was two connections. And the reason why we're seeing this trend like this is because it's an upwards trend, right? So that means we're in an upwards channel, right? And you can go Google that, look that up, or you can come into the mentor course and I could teach you how we're all about, patterns and things of that sort, guys. So by that being said, as you see, price came right back up, hit that line. So now we have a trend now. So now we can say, okay, when price get to this level, it pushed back down respectfully because of the simple fact now we know that this is a resistance zone. And it's a resistance because, okay, when price brought up to here, it pushed down, price came right back up to that level, even though it's higher, it still pushed right back down at that level and it's trending in this level. So that's how you find in a trend, guys. Also, boom, we can do the same thing down here. We can get this line right here and we can draw and we can connect these two. We can connect these two by the wicks, or we can do it by the bodies, right? So we can push this up against the body, push that up against the body, and then boom. Now we have two touches here. So we got a touch here and we got a touch here, guys. So like I said, I don't want to show you guys or talk too much about patterns right now in this video. I just want you to get and understand trends and how to connect, how to connect the candles, guys, after two touches, right? So now boom, we had that trend here, and that is exactly where price is. So I can show you another trend right here where we could have put this at, and then we could have put another one here. And so guys, and then I don't want to really get into indicators right now or too much, but this is where you can also look for different things with these trend lines as far as diversion. So you have an RSI and you have oscillators that you can use as well, right? You can use these indicators to go at to let you understand where price is, or where price is oversold or overbought, right? Or where it's ranging, or where it's doing absolutely nothing, right? So you can add those in as well, and add these trend lines on as well. Like I just said, how you get two or more hits. My just trust me, my thing is just acting crazy. But yeah, these two hits. So you got to hit here, hit here, hit here, hit here, and a hit here, right? So if you would have waited till you got here and it's engulfing, then you would have seen price break this trend, and then you would have seen this engulfing down here at this support, and which is a support of this trend line, right? And then we would have seen this push up, and then you could have got in for the buy, and you could have been really, really confident after that, right? So that's the importance of the trend lines and patterns and things like that. But like I said, the patterns is another story, but identifying these trend with these trend lines is like awesome, guys. So don't think like, oh, well, he's telling me this, but he's withholding information. It's because beginners, for a beginner, I wish I would have never knew about anything besides price and maybe my moving averages and trend lines and things like that, guys, because you'll make more money finding the trends and things like that before you would just guessing and putting your money in the markets, and you don't understand what's going on. So you want, like I said, you always want a support and resistance to base your trades off of, but you also when you're putting these trend lines, you want to understand that you're buying at a support and you're buying at a resistance, or the trade is not worth it, guys. And like I said, we can go in full depth in the mentorship, but right now I just want to show you guys just how to identify a trend line. So like I said, you got to touch here 1, you got to touch here 2, you got to touch here 3. Okay, so you got to touch here 1, you got to touch here 2, you got to touch here 3, right? And as you seen, price right broke this trend line. So once it broke this trend line, right, with a Maribosa candle or a double top right here, then you've seen that it was at a resistance level, because even though this resistance is a slant, it's still a resistance. Price did not break this area going up, it broke the area going down, right? And it stayed consistent and it closed down, right? So that is how you can start understanding, and these trend lines are very, very important. Like, okay, so you got 1 hit here, 2 hits here, right? Price never broke this trend line. It went up. So you could have gotten in for a buy off the trend line, guys. So 2 or more hits, and then that should be a full understanding. And then you should start trying to base trades off of that. Just try to use that. So price got up to here, came here, pushed down. Price got back up to here, came here, pushed down, right? Price came back up to here, pushed down, closed, and then after that, right, price went down. So it respected this resistance. So that's how important trend lines is, guys. I just wanted to, take time out to show you that, that everybody is not lying to you. If everybody is telling you the same thing, it has to be some truth there, guys. So what you have to do is go do it yourself. Go find out yourself. Find 1 or 2 hits, put a trend line there, and if price break your trend line, okay, start looking for the sale. Wait till the price close, then get in on the next candle, right? Why rush anything, right? If it respects your trend line and that trend line is a support or a resistance, you make your call based off that, guys, and then boom, watch, you'll expand your trade and you'll start upping your trading just off that. So you wait on those type of moves, you'll make more money consistently than just trying to figure out a strategy, guys. So think, like I just said, use the basic knowledge, and then once you use the basic knowledge, once you start training yourself for the basic knowledge, you'll be able to use all other stuff, all the other lagging indicators or indicators to be just more confluences for you guys to enter into the trade. But base it off basic knowledge, right? So now you can realize, like, hey, maybe the markets are not against me. If I use these trend lines and these key levels, and then I'm starting to see when there's range and then my higher and lows, and then I'm identifying trend lines, like, okay, right, SMSFX, man, you already know what I'm saying. That's explaining me right now. I'm being as real as possible, guys. So whether we're doing it in real time, if you're looking at it right now, right, we see Haramni right on this support we have right here, and price is pushing up. First we saw it on this resistance, price pushed down, which was a confirmed resistance, because we're looking at what prior information, historic information. So we got 1 hit, 2 hits, we got 1 hit, 2 more hits. Now price is pushing up, guys. Pay attention to these type of movements in the market and draw them trend lines up. Don't be embarrassed because you heard everybody saying, oh, you got all those lines in your charts. Whether you have a million indicators, or if you have indication from your own knowledge, using your own technical analysis, and then basing trades off those areas and making more money, guys. So let's capitalize, right? Let's think here, right? We're not so jumpy to get every trade. We don't want every big move. We don't want every big push. We want what works for us, because once we're comfortable getting in at what we see, then every time, more than likely, you'll win your trade. No matter if people getting 30 trades, 80 trades, and you're only getting 5, right? You'll know what to risk and how to risk to make the same amount of money and keep up with them more, because they'll have more losing trades by taking so many than you would have and just taking a few of them, which you already know what to look for and expect, guys. So boom, that's SMSFX, man. That's a little mentor one-on-one. And if you like things like that, like I said, you can have full access to me for just $100, man. And hey, people can say, oh, why are you always saying about money? Why do you do things for money? Because think about it, guys. Everyone out here loves to value their time, right? Time is very valuable, right? And if I'm sitting up knowing what I can do and what I'm doing, then I can just do what I'm doing and what I can do, right? But me taking my time out the day to try to make sure you understand and to do what you're doing and how to do what you're doing, and telling you in full detail what I'm showing you, that for free, and most of YouTube and Google is too as well, then of course I want my time to be valued as well, guys. And that's period, right? So it's not about that, but I'm giving you the game for free. We can go in full detail, and then we can actually, go over your weaknesses and to understand what parts or what things you don't understand, and then I can make that more clear to you guys. So you already know, man. Look in the description, and yeah, if this is for you, and if you feel like you want to start implementing this today, go ahead, put it on the charts today, see how it works, see if it helps you out in any way, and then let me know down in the comments, man. So you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy. Let's get to it, gang.